Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Galactic Science 2 with Arturio and Emerys. Since the last episode, I've been gathering resources and preparing for some quests. And really where we are is we're at an impasse until we get a synthesizer and a decomposer. And the main thing you need for those is you need a supply of iron, which I've got iron and blocks of iron. Oh, I already made atomic manipulators. Okay, I made pistons for nothing then. I went and made 16 pistons. Okay, never mind. We gonna jump right into it then. So, to make a chemical decomposer, I think this is a decomposer. Okay, yeah, that's a chemical decomposer. And the difference between a decomposer and a synthesizer is that right there. Now that should satisfy both of those quests. And you get a microscope as a reward. And for this one you get some carbon and a loot chest. Now there's some follow-up quests to do, of course. But first, let's open that loot chest and see what we got. We got a walrus. I have no idea what that is for. I mean, it could basically be the equivalent of a Minecraft zonk. Like on Let's Make a Deal or something, I don't know. Okay, synthesizer, decomposer, and I guess we'll put the microscope right there. Alright, so we need to make some retinol, which means we need some carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And hopefully that will be enough to do that. We can use the carbon we got as a quest reward. Wait, here, hold on a second. Let's try something. I've got carbon. I need hydrogen and oxygen. Let's see if this works. It should. Okay, that'll produce water. And actually, that's probably going to produce a lot more water than I want. So we can decompose those into hydrogen and oxygen. All right, let's grab all of that. And we come over to the synthesizer. And I know we're going to need to make a hydroxide. Oh. The synthesizer does not pull from your inventory, so you have to put it in a little inventory here for it to actually work. And we need to look up retinol. And the formula for retinol is C20H29OH. Okay, so C20. H29. If you don't get these exactly centered in here, they don't load properly. And 1OH gives you retinol. And you get 64 water as a reward. Okay. And then over here, you want to have 1 water, and you get a fluid transposer, empty tubes, and an ME fluid export bus. Now down here, you need 10 silicon dioxide. And we'll throw that obsidian in there, and that produces silicon dioxide and magnesium oxide. Now the next quest is we need to make glass. And Let me see if I can remember how you make glass. Yep, just like that. The magnesium oxide, you can break it down into magnesium and oxygen, and maybe the oxygen will be useful, but the magnesium, there's very, very little use for it in the game. Okay, so we need to make 4 pieces of glass. And we get a tin gear. And now we need to make some... Basically, they're trying to tell us how to make redstone using Minechem. Because redstone will be a limiting factor for a lot of different things. I need some copper. And I need some iron. And I've got oxygen over there. So we decompose the copper, we decompose the iron, and we need some iron oxide, which I think is F2O3. Yeah, okay. Oh wait, before I do that... Iron oxide. Let's try that again. There we go. You get a block of redstone as a quest reward there. And then what they don't tell you is, yeah, I guess we're going to have to look it up, is to make redstone. Kind of buried in here, the recipe is 1 copper and 1 iron oxide. Oh, well, that was carbon. That will give you 1 redstone. Okay, now it wants 3 carbon nanotubes. And there's a couple of ways to do that. You can decompose tremendous amounts of wood to get the carbon from the wood. You basically have to decompose it twice. You decompose it once and you get cellulose, and then you break down the cellulose for carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And then you can combine the carbon to make carbon nanotubes. Or you can do this. You can take diamonds and break them down into carbon nanotubes. Okay. And that gave us... Where'd they go? 21. And then you can get industrial diamonds back, which I believe you can use for almost everything. Okay, fluid transposer. What you do with the fluid transposer is you bring it over here, you put it right there, and you have to configure it. You want the input Is that right? Okay, so this one, the output, you want the magma crucible to feed there, so that needs to be orange. Okay, so I think that's what you do, and what that'll let you do is you can melt stuff in the magma crucible, and in the fluid transposer you can put it in buckets. That's if you configure it that way. So now we need to make some obsidian because we have to make some lasers. All right, I think that's enough to make 2. Oh, I've already got a bunch of obsidian. Okay, good. We'll take those out of there because I want to use these first. There we go. You get 2 as a reward, so now I should have a total of 7. A total of 7 lasers. And then, there we go. So now we take those lasers and we put them right here. And we close that back up. Each laser that you have increases the speed with which you produce stuff, and we're going to be using the assembly table a lot, so that's going to come in very handy. Okay, so the next quest we need is to make a machine frame, and you get a super builder's wand and a 64K fluid storage as reward for that. So we need that tin gear we got as a quest reward just now. And basic machine frame, I need 2 of those pieces of glass and 4 pieces of iron. And honestly, and then where's the glass? That's enough to make 2 of those machine frames. And so you come over here and you put your ingredients in, and for the ingredients you put in, it shows you what the possible products are, and the one that you want to use you click on and it highlights and it starts making. Now machine frames take a lot of power and take a lot of time. Ooh. Apparently Caithleen greatly increased the power consumption necessary for the machine frames. So that will probably almost certainly finish off camera. So a quarry is a possible quest, and you get a 64K storage cell, which would be very useful. But I think a quarry is extraordinarily expensive. And it takes the assembly table, which is currently being used. So a quarry takes a block of diamond, a block of gold, and 10 blocks of iron, which is a tremendous amount of gathering resources. So we're going to put all this stuff away. And we're going to grab some saplings. We're going to come over to the chemical synthesis machine, and hopefully we have some dirt. We're going to get some dirt. That's probably enough. And like I said, this is Caithleen has told me that if he could figure out a way to totally prohibit trees growing, he would. And since he can't, I'm going to take advantage of it. There we go. Because without a tree farm, this quest here that wants 64 oak saplings is very, very difficult to fulfill without a traditional tree farm, because the farm in a box only works with phyto grow, and you don't really have enough to grow all the saplings you need and grow all the potatoes you need and everything, so you kind of have to make some decisions. So at some point we're going to need to make mescaline, and you can't do that until you've fulfilled this quest, and that's why you need those 64. The mescaline is what you make cactus out of, and then cactus can become a source of water for you. Is there any more? Those empty tubes don't really do anything for you, so I'm going to do this little trick to get rid of them so they don't take up inventory space. I'm basically going to fill them with water and then put them back in the system, and it'll take the water back out and the tubes disappear. All right, that's enough for 4 chests. And the reason is once you start on Minechem, your inventory space, your needs for inventory space just kind of go through the roof almost instantly. And we don't have the means to make more storage banks for the AE system yet. So for a while, you're going to have to rely on chests. Otherwise, you will overload your ME system pretty quickly. And, oh, yeah, and when you decompose stuff, you're not guaranteed to get stuff. Some items you will always get what you break down. Some items there's a chance. So, like for fishing rods, it seems to be about a 50-50 chance you'll get stuff when you decompose. Let's put that away. And we'll see if there's any other quests we can do at the moment. Until we have those, we can't do anything under Stars Align. I don't think there's anything we can do under Stars Align yet. Okay, folks, I think we're going to call the episode there. We're waiting for the assembly table to finish making the machine frames, and that's going to take, it looks like, about an hour. So we'll call it here, and next episode we'll start off when those are done. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, it would be great if you could leave a like on it. If you got some useful information out of it, you know, it would be even better if you could subscribe to my channel. That helps me out quite a bit. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them on YouTube, and I will respond when I can. Thank you for watching. This is Arturio Emerys signing out.